What's up, everybody? You're tuned into Redline Legendz. I'm your host, of course, Long. And today we got a special guest with us. This is somebody who has impacted me, given me some knowledge, and always had a cool, level head about things. No pun intended. We're talking about he's a president. He was a president. He's a pillar in the Nashville set. We're talking about none other than Big Head of Juggernauts.
Going on, sir?
How you doing, man?
Yes, sir. Pretty good.
Thank you so much for coming out, man. I'll say this. A lot of times when I have people on here, it's like really what I'm doing when I have people come on here. I'm telling the story of how I got onto the set, and it may not be in chronological order of who I met, but it's people who have impacted my life. And so I'll put it like this instead of me trying to explain everything out to you. You know, I was walking through an event. I went to Naptown Riders anniversary this weekend. Shout out to Naptown. And I was just walking through there, and I was like, man, what are me and Big Head? What are we gonna talk about? And when I was walking through, I was just thinking about how much older I am now, and the maturity that has come along with that. And the only thing I can think about is how when stuff would go crazy and things would be going left out on the set, you've always managed to have a level head. You've always been able to think things all the way through without reacting. You've always been just calm and cool about things. How did you get there?
Well, you have to realize I got a big head. So, I mean, it takes a while for stuff to process in this big head. But for real, I mean, you think about it. I've been doing this since, I guess, officially 99, 2000.
Wow.
Before the set truly was the set.
Okay.
You know,
So
we didn't have all of the structure that's going on now.
Uh-huh.
So you have to realize that we had chaos or just us doing what we do, and then, you know, trying to get everything organized, and then, of course, who we have today. So it's just a lot of growth and maturity that happened 99, 2000s and all that time to give me a perspective of, you know what, it's gonna be okay tomorrow.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
you can't sit there and go off about, oh, this person said X, Y, and Z to me.
yeah.
You know what?
And that's like I said, that's something I've always admired about you, because you can, if you're not grounded and you're not focused on, or you don't have things in it, like prioritized, you can get sucked in. You know, you can get reeled into some crazy things out here on the set. But how, I know you said you started about 99. I was 99. I was in high school in 99.
No, you weren't.
I was in high school.
Barely,
yeah. It might have been. No, I was in 8th grade. I was going through 9th grade. But neither here nor there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Neither here nor there.
Yeah.
How were things back then, and what were the things, or what do you think the things were that caused the transitions to where we are now?
Well, I'll tell you what, 99, 2000, that was when I had my 250.
Yeah.
I was doing it. Kawasaki 250.
Yeah, shout out Kawasaki.
With the F1 Super Trap pipes on it, loud, you know.
Uh-huh.
Wasn't going over 80. But anyway, basically back then it was well, let's switch from 99 to about 2000. Mm-hmm. So we were doing getting together one wheel motion. Okay, so you had Fred, Easy, my boy Cootis, we were all in one wheel motion. We had the little stickers on our windshields and everything, and every Saturday we would meet up at Toys R Us. We'd meet up with Papa Clutch, Lunatics.
I remember that, yeah.
One wheel motion. So we would all get together and we'd ride out. Wasn't no texting or Facebook. It was just, we knew that Saturday we were getting together. We go ride. We ride all day, all night. I mean, sometimes it's 70, 80 bikes, and we go down Jefferson Street. We have Jefferson Street blocked off.
Wow.
You know, Sundays, 2 o'clock, Everybody went to church, did whatever they had to do. We were at the BP or Citgo, whatever it was, name after name after name, right there at TSU. You might have 70 to 100 bikes down there. And I'm talking about, this was before, it was fun. Mm. We didn't have the black vest.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't have, I mean, the guys in vests were, you know, a bunch of old heads. You had the El Amigos running around. You had Road Runners. What's Naptown? Yeah, Naptown was here, I think. I don't know. They might have been. But, you know, I do remember El Amigos, Road Runners were around. You know, Steel Horseman was actually a young club then.
Wow, man. I would have loved to see that. Man.
You know, they were all on Harleys. I mean, but, you know, they were the cats that were, you know, oh, y'all run around here, don't need little sport bikes. You know, that was the, you know, Mr. Price and all of them running around. Yeah. It was a funny thing. But, you know, but we were all kids, man. We were 21, 22 years old. We were kids.
Yeah. You
know, having a good time riding our little sport bikes around and being biker boys before biker boys started.
Now that's real. That's real. Not many people these days can say that.
Yeah. So we you know, back then it was simple.
Yeah.
You know, and I tell folks, throwing on those black vests complicated it. You know, and the crazy part is that I want to go back to those days of lowriders being on the hill on Clarksville Highway, when Metro, along with lowriders, would shut off Clarksville Highway from Kings Lane all the way to West Hamilton, and we used to just ride our bikes through there, and nobody said a word.
Wow,
those were the days.
That's way before my time.
When we used to go down to Gold Wings on Jefferson, and the little old ladies, well, they were young then. They were 40-ish now, but some of those same ladies are still in Naptown now, and this is 20 plus years later.
Wow.
You know, but those were the days. You know, you don't know too many people that know about going to Godfather's down in Columbia.
Yeah.
I mean, we used to have a ball, and it was just every day. Of course, we didn't have any kids, no wives. You know, we would just, well, some of us had kids, but I didn't. But I mean, it was every day. You know, we were riding somewhere, doing something.
Yeah.
And it was just, like I say, it was the set before the set.
Set before the set.
Yeah.
So, just to hear all these things, this is way before my time, man.
And I've had too much Jack because now I'm sweating. My wife's not gonna like you after this.
Lovely, love you.
I'm sorry, Lovely.
I just one drink. That's all. Lovely, we love you. Shout out to Lovely, best of both worlds. Well, moving into that then. So you're out here riding, you're enjoying life, and you know, things just progress. I mean, if I can ask, how did you meet Lovely? Why you do that?
Well, we actually flirted with each other, not actually communicating through Facebook, not actually talking to each other on the phone, but just showing up at different bike functions for a whole year. So from 2011, I messed with her. She has a saved memory in her phone that says that she met me a year before we actually exchanged numbers with each other. Wow. So I told her she stalked me for a year. But anyway, we you know, we did our little thing, and we, you know, flirted with each other, and the extra long hugs and the, you know, all that kind of stuff. And 6 years ago, I guess almost 7, you know, I said, hey, you know, send her a message through our Juggernauts page. Yeah, I'm shy.
No.
Through our Juggernauts page, and said, hey, I'm going to send you a friend request from my actual page. And we ended up talking. I was in Warner Robins, Georgia.
Yeah.
And we talked from about 10, 11 o'clock at night to like 4 and 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then I had to get back on the bike and ride down to the country. But anyway, I almost killed myself. But that's how we started. You know, and it's one of those things where on the set you have to know your mate better than somebody else can tell you.
Yeah.
So we spent that whole time, you know, hey, we need to get every skeleton out the closet. If we're going to talk about something, we need to get every skeleton out now so that person can't tell me something that I don't already know.
Yeah, so man.
You know, so that's how I met my wife. And hey, baby, love you.
Wow, man. Well, that's, shoot, man. The set can bring a lot of, you know, things together. And sometimes love comes out of, you know, and
scary.
Yeah. yeah. Man. I'm not even gonna go down that path, but
well, you said set bringing people together.
It does. The set brings people together. I mean, it's a big thing once you get into it. That's why I was talking about you being so level-headed, being so cool about it, man. I had to learn because I got often on the deep end of things, and you know, it can be a beautiful thing, but it can be an ugly thing. That's why you got to know how to maneuver through this thing.
I tell folks, if you can stick to principle, not trying to be the person you were before you started riding, but just have a core set of principles, manly principles, you'll survive on the set. Period. Yeah. You know, a lot of people will, you know, they'll use their life as a, you know, whatever they were before. I'm not going to mention occupations, but whatever they are before, they try to take that into the set. And no, just be a principled man, and then you don't have to. The stuff on the set will fall into place. You know, don't be the I gotta be seen person. Don't try. Yeah. You know, if you make moves and you make your moves according to what a man would do, according to certain principles, and I want to say biblical type principles, but actually technically they are, you know. But if you are a principled man, you'll be fine. Yeah. You know, or as my boy, he'll kill me for that to mention him. But as Snow would say, you got to hustle in silence. Yeah. He always says all the time. He always says hustle in silence. You know, and with your life on the set, you just got to move. You got to make moves, and you're not doing them to ruffle feathers, but you're just doing them to make either your club or you know, your brothers, keeping them safe, keeping them, you know, on the straight and narrow or whatever. It's you just gotta, like I said, hustle in silence, move in silence, you know, or move correctly, move principally. You know, it's all kind of the same. Yeah, and that's where you get.
And I can see that with you, and even with like the Juggernauts, y'all consistent. You're consistent, and I see it, and it's always like, dang, like they're consistent. There's no wavering. There's no.
You won't see us shaking our ass at a party, but when your brother goes down, or you know, you have something charitable to do, we're there. Right. You know, and that comes from us as a club being family first. Yeah. And we don't say it lightly. I mean, I have members in my own chapter that I have not seen in months. Talk to them on a regular, but haven't seen them in months because, you know what, they're taking care of their family. Yeah. You know, and shit happens. Sometimes you can't be, you know, I tell folks, everybody is not privileged enough, and I call it a privilege. One, to have a wife that's on the set. Yeah. Two, that has a wife that is, I don't know if it's retarded or a good thing or a bad thing. She's special. But I mean, I have the leeway to do basically whatever I want to do. You know, and that gives me the opportunity to, you know, be at any function that I want to, or, you know, get out and do whatever I want to because of, you know, that. I guess it is big biblical. We're equally yoked.
I see you. I see you. I see you.
See. but no, for real. But it's one of those things where on the set, I don't even know where I was going with that. Now I lost my darn train of thought.
It's basically how you're able to. You're talking about how you guys are so you're consistent, and you know you're able to move how you need to move.
I just lost train of
It's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. But y'all always, when y'all have the I know y'all do the toy drives. Y'all always are doing. You're always doing something positive.
Yeah.
It's never anything negative. It's never anything that's like pulling away or something that's detrimental to the set or anybody. You're always trying to build somebody up. You guys are consistently doing it. So
always in the neighborhood.
Shouts out to Juggernauts.
We do the thing with the Edge Hill Bike Club.
Yeah.
And at first, Payboy the All-Star, this is his baby.
Shout out Payboy. How you doing,
And,
man? Come through, holler at me.
You know, he asked us to tag along with him, and we always make sure we say, hey, this is your baby.
Yeah.
We're just here for the ride. And, you know, the one thing that someone told me was like, why are y'all giving kids toys, balls and stuff? We're like, it's the summertime. They're home. They have nothing else to do. Why not give them a ball to play with? Yeah. You know, it beats them having a gun in their hand.
Right.
You know, so we typically collect, you know, anywhere from $1,200-$1,400. We take over a Walmart.
Yeah, I seen some of the footage.
And when I tell you, you got 70 to 80 bikers going into a Walmart and hitting up the toy section and, you know, grabbing every ball and stuff off the shelf, the workers are like, wow. And then you have people that are like, what are y'all doing? And then you get $300 and $400 more while you're sitting there getting toys.
Wow.
And then you sit there and like, okay, now what are we gonna do with this extra $300? Grab some of them expensive balls off the chair because we can buy those too.
We can get them now.
You know, and you know, so we end up we've been to Edge Hill community. We've been over to over there by the church, Sudicum.
Yeah.
And this past year we were in over in East Nashville off Dickerson Road neighborhood over there, and like I say, if we can give back every year, we give scholarships to kids over at Austin P every year. Clarksville is our home base, so you know, of course, we give the scholarship to a kid in Clarksville every year. I mean, it's about being in the community, about giving back, and if you can't give back, and I know people say we didn't get into a motorcycle club to you know, do community work. Well, I didn't get into a motorcycle club to party.
Mm-hmm.
So I could care less about a party. I care about, you know, what I can do with the patches that are on my back to influence the kids that are growing up, the next generation.
Yeah.
You know, that's my thought process.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
our thought process as a club. You know, we've got, all of us have kids. We want our kids to be juggernauts.
Yeah.
You know, so why are we going to put them in something that is not family oriented, you know, family first,
Yeah.
you know, community based? You know, we want them to pick up on the same qualities and traits that we are doing as adults. We want our kids to do that, so that, guess what? We don't have to go out and get the next member. Mm-hmm. Our members are right here in our households.
Yeah.
You know, our
you
members are growing up in the house.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Look, like that's good crazy. That's what I was saying. Like when I was talking about me going through one of the parties, I was just thinking about how I've matured. Mm-hmm. And then I was thinking one of the most dangerous places that a person can be is stuck. And what I mean by that is when you enter the set, and we talked about it when we're younger, and we come in, we're just riding our bikes, we don't have kids, or we're not married, and we can move how we want to move. And a lot of times, including myself at times, you know, I'm thinking I'm invincible. I think I'm the man, and you know, you're getting all this attention from hitting the set, and and you get stuck there. And that's why when I was going through this event, I was like, man, I've matured. And there's people on the set that are just stuck there, and they think that 10 years later they should still be getting that same attention, that same energy that they had when they was 20 years old. But here they are, 30, 40, 50 years old, and they're still thinking that it's about them. But that's what I'm saying about you all. You all are always impacting and trying to better the next generation. And I that's why I said the most dangerous place somebody can be sometimes is stuck on themselves. And they enter in this set, and because of how the set is, it'll leave you there.
Oh yeah,
it'll leave you there.
Leave
stuck.
That high and dry.
It'll leave you there, and you'll be stuck there trying to understand why I'm 50 years old, still thinking I'm running with 20-year-olds. It's just the game. You have to go. It's levels to it, and you have to mature. So, man, that's why I'm saying. Like, I noticed with you, like, you always have been level-headed, and you've always been like, okay,
you gotta think things through.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't.
Well, I'll tell you, my birthday was just past Thursday, so my National Sergeant at Arms just shows up at the house the other morning, Saturday morning, and he was like, "Hey, Jackson, let's go grab something to eat. Let's go get breakfast." I was like, 9 o'clock in the morning. I was like, my wife, she'll be asleep till 11, 12 o'clock. Oh, let's go. I was like, let's go. So he was like, man, we riding in the truck, grab some breakfast, pouring down the rain. He was like, man, are you still, hitting bike nights every night of the week? I was like, hell no. I said, he's like, man, you the only one I know. Your wife will let you go every darn bike night, every darn part. I said, man, I ain't got too old for that shit.
Yeah.
I said, and I told him, I was like, yeah, back then I was doing it. I was hitting up, somebody's bike night on Monday. I think Steel Horseman was on Monday. Yeah. Bad Habits was on Tuesday. The Clowns had Wednesday. Naptown had Thursday. SC Party on Friday. MC on Saturday. Best of Both Worlds on Sunday. And I was hitting every one of those. But, you get to be 40 years old, and for me, that was a big thing. With my pops dying at 59, I'm looking at now, I got to do everything that I need to do before I turn 59 and make sure that I get stuff in order. So I hit 40, and I hit a wall. I was like, I gotta make sure that I'm doing everything at home that I need to do, and making sure that my child's fine, and everything else is fine. So now we may go to one bike night a month. We may go to 1 or 2 parties a quarter. Just because we've slowed down. We went from meeting on the set, kicking it on the set, to now the set is our house.
Right.
And it's like last night we were in bed by 10:30.
Yeah.
And there was a big party going on, but we were just like, you know what? And it was around the corner from the house.
Yeah.
But we enjoy each other, and that's where we lived this weekend. We're like, hey, we just gonna chill at the house.
That's real, yeah.
Hey, love can come from the set.
Yeah, it can. It can. You gotta be open and honest, man.
Yeah, gotta be open and honest.
Gotta be open and honest, man. But shoot, last question I got for you. If there was something that you could leave these younger guys with some type of information or education, because this is like I said, a podcast called Redline Legendz. We believe in celebrating our legends while they're here. And me, just from what I've seen, you've impacted, and your voice is very influential in the Nashville set. And that's just because it's where I live, but I'm pretty sure it is in different states as well, So I'm definitely like, man, you've impacted me, and I just want to thank you. But is there anything that you could shed some knowledge on, just to the young guys that come through, because they come in and depending on who they know, I was lucky enough to come under some people that were educated,
right.
and they showed me the ropes. But not a lot of these guys have it. They're giving a vest, and they're like, "All right, you good," and they just go. What's some advice you could give them?
I always tell folks, well, one, the patches on your vest should be earned.
Yeah.
And if you come to me and say, "Hey, I want to join your club. How long is probationary period?" Bruh, you not for this. that automatically gets you on the chopping block.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, because we've had folks
that
have probated for 2 years. But guess what? If you earn it, it's a lot harder for you to say, "I'll screw this when times get hard." When you got these cats in clubs that they have been in 4, 5, 6, 7 different clubs, and because what happened was, hey, they patched over and it was easy.
Mm-hmm.
So it was easy for them to give it away.
Right.
But when you earn those patches,
when you got to fight with them mugs,
hey, you're not going to give them up as easy. So basically with this set, you got to go talk to those old heads. Yeah. I don't consider myself an old head. I consider myself a big head. Beware told me the other day, shout out Beware,
what up,
straight
Beware?
climbing. He told me that he was like, "Dude, you are really an asshole." I got in my feelings. I was like, he was like, "But you're a good guy. You're a good guy. You're just an asshole." I was like, okay. But he was like, "But you never tell anybody wrong."
Yeah.
And he was like, I can respect you being an asshole because you've never changed the way you set things up. Mm-hmm. So basically, I go back and say, getting your cuts. Okay? You think about the first time you met Sambo.
Yeah.
Did he speak to you?
I think he was dancing the first time I seen him.
Okay, but when you actually spoke to him, did he actually speak back to you? Or did he look at you
I think he just looked at me.
Okay.
I just remember him dancing on a chair.
First time you met Buck Wild.
Buck Wild.
Probably just looked at you.
Yeah. They all would just be like, it takes him a couple times.
You've got those guys on the set that have lived and bled this stuff, mm-hmm. not just in their lifetime, but generational. Mm-hmm. Folks that are on this set that are in the bike world. Those are the folks that have molded me to the person I am.
Yeah.
Those guys. When you think about, I mean, the man in black that we talk about sometimes, we won't mention his name, but I remember when we sat in Mr. Gaddy's Pizza on Murphy Road, and he was in Players Club at the time. So I'm giving away something, but not giving away.
Yeah.
He went on to another club that was then dominant.
Yeah.
Now he's in we're in his position now. But he taught us how to organize and get everything right with starting One Wheel. Mm-hmm. And that was almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
He's still here 20 years later.
I know. That's crazy, man.
But he's gotten to the point to where he's just, kind of like laid back, just seeing things happen.
Yeah.
And
when I first met him, I had to meet him, and he was like, "Oh, what you trying to do? You trying to, get your club off the ground?" And this is years ago.
Up on the hill, probably.
And he was like, "Meet me at this parking lot." I was like, "What?" And I'm gonna tell the story. If I ever get him on here, I'm gonna tell the story. He's like, "Meet me at this parking lot and bring your guys. We're gonna talk. We're gonna see if you're ready." And I just got off work. I think it was late at night. So I get off work. I work at a little spot where you gotta kind of be, kind of business casual or whatever. Got on my khakis and the button up. So I go meet him, and my guys met him, and we're sitting there. He picked us apart one by one. He was like, "You over here, you over here, you over here, you over here." He was like, "Now you see what these guys got on, and what you got on." And I'm like, "But I just got off work. I couldn't even get the butt out." He was like, "You're not ready." I was gonna say y'all was ready. Y'all not even ready.
That sounds like
you don't even look the part. He's like, just go home. Just go home. Man, you know who you are. I hope you come out and holler at me, man. It'd be an honor.
But the thing is, what is looking the part?
Man.
Because guess what? Hey, looking the part to me is the bullshit side of the set. What is looking the part?
Yeah.
Because guess what? I got a 9 to 5.
You still gotta be you at the end of the day.
You know, I gotta make sure that paycheck comes in and feeds my family.
Yeah.
You know, this here don't pay nobody's bills.
Yeah. What he was saying was he was schooling us. He was giving us game. He was showing us what was up.
So
it was funny, but at the same time, it was like, oh man.
But looking the part.
Yeah.
I can only be me.
You can only
be you.
Right.
And if you're not you and you trying to pretend like you're somebody else
that's
on this set,
that was caused the problem.
You gonna die on the set.
Yep.
And I'm not saying you're gonna die literally, but you're gonna
be stuck there.
You know, you gonna that person that you created to be the set person is gonna die because people are gonna figure you out and figure out that you fake as hell.
Mm-hmm. And that's why when I first said like if you listen to like the first episode, the first thing I said, I may not be the best biker, I may not be the Les Brown of motivational speaking, I may not be the Duke Ellington or Stevie Wonder of music, but the thing I am the best at is just being myself. Yeah. That's all y'all can be. So if y'all can take anything away, is make sure you earn your colors, earn your stuff. Don't try to cheat your way because you're gonna cheat yourself. You won't appreciate it. And I guess the lesson, other than that, is you gotta be you, be yourself,
and ride your shit.
Oh yeah, don't let it. Hold on, before we go.
Ride your shit.
Don't let us. You know, us talking about being, community service or giving back to the community and finding love out here and teaching young cats stuff. Don't get it twisted. Big Head rides his stuff across the country. That's why like the people that I bring on, they put in some miles. They put in some work.
I haven't been across the country yet.
Yeah, you been far enough.
Don't lie about where you've ridden either.
Right, yeah.
I've ridden all over the Mississippi this side. Been to Dallas. I ain't been across that way. I ain't gonna lie.
Some people don't leave the city.
Some people like to lie about that shit. I don't. So I've been all over
some people don't leave the city.
East.
That's what I'm saying.
I do want to go northeast.
Northeast?
Yeah. I've been all over the southeast.
What are you thinking?
I want to hit Times Square.
New York, man.
I
just said I want to go. I want to do New York.
I want to hit Times Square. I want to hit Niagara Falls. Now, 2020, I am going to California.
Okay.
We're going to ride from here to Seattle. We're going to get to Seattle. Our wives are going to fly to Seattle. We're going to ride from Seattle down to LA. Get rid of the baggage. Get rid of the wives.
I didn't say that.
And then we're going to go to Galveston Bike Week and then come home.
Oh, okay.
So that's going to be our 2-week trip.
Wow.
So that'll be when I can officially say
cross country.
That I've been cross country.
Okay.
You know, I've hit the ocean. I've hit the Atlantic. I've hit the Gulf.
Yeah.
You know, been to Dallas. That's just, but all there. I've been down to, places in Florida. But I do want to hit the West Coast.
Oh,
I want to hit Northeast.
It's beautiful. I didn't want to leave. Just the energy. Anyway, man, Big Head, I appreciate you coming through and just dropping some knowledge and talking about just different things that you experienced. You about out now.
Yeah, I can feel it
too. Ooh. But man, I appreciate you, Doc.
Hey, no problem, sir. I need that ring too.
Yeah, we.
You can find me one of those.
I got you. I know the lady that does it. We just gotta catch her at a party. I can't remember her name though. Shout out to the ring lady that be at the annual sometimes, and you have the little, the biker bracelets and the biker chains and stuff like that. We appreciate you because this is where I got my stuff from. So thank you. Shout out to you. And Redline Legendz, we're at 100 subscribers. I appreciate it. Definitely like and share. Tell somebody about it because we keep it real. I'm not trying to be fancy or whatever. I'm just trying to be myself. Like I said, y'all enjoy y'all day. Redline Legendz, we out.